watching.
Here we go. Mom arrested her after inviting strange men into car with her kids. Oh, no, you tripping, shorty.
As this mother puts her children in danger after she agrees to help a shoplifter who was on the run from police.
So I had picked a gentleman down the road up to give him a ride here to Dollar General, and he got down, and I don't know what this one was doing. He was locking the gate and all this and that, and so this guy's yelling, help me, whatever, this and that. So I get out the car and I'm like, well, what's going on, you know? And he's threatening me with the pepper spray, mind me, and I don't even know what's going on. Doesn't explain himself or nothing. The guy's yelling for water and stuff like that, so he's coming around, getting close to my car, getting close to my kid, trying to take my license plate down, and he's spraying his pepper spray. As he's spraying his pepper spray, I'm covering my kid, so all my back is covered in pepper spray. Gets into my kid's face. This gentleman sees everything, okay? I sprayed him because he got close to me. I felt threatened. So yes, I sprayed him.
Real quick, where's the guy you picked up?
I don't know. He took off on foot.
He knows him. He was.
I don't know him. How can you say I know him?
Real quick.
Calling her by name, asking her by name. Angela, give me water.
Angela's
whatever
not my
your
name.
name was. He was
Sit in the
calling
car,
you.
please. I'll talk to you in a second.
And yeah, see, my kid's still burning in his eyes because of this
You
gentleman.
may speak first.
Okay.
Because you threatened me by my kid.
That's good. Okay.
I do want to press charges.
Do you want an ambulance here?
Yes, I do.
Sure.
To check my son's eyes out, and I'm burning all the way down my back.
She gotta be lying. Ain't no way she just picking up a random man with kids in the car. It's no way. He can't be random. I don't buy this story. Like, who do you think we are? You think we're stupid? First of all, women already will tell you they would much rather be in the woods alone with a bear than take their chances with a man. And so you think I believe that you, lady, is going to pick up a random man from the street, take him to the store with your kids in the car with you? I don't believe it. I call cap.
I do want to press charges.
They're together.
How old is your kid?
He's cool. He's 3.
3?
I got a 6-month-old in the car. If that window was not closed, he would have got my baby.
Okay, I'll talk to you away from hers. That way.
So this guy, he's filling up a shopping cart going throughout the store, and I know exactly what he's going to do. You know, I've seen it before. And sure enough, he comes through here acting like he's going to pay, and he comes right by me here. And I let him go because I already had the front gate locked. I had the doors on off, and I could just open them manually. I opened the doors for him. He went through, shut the doors in behind him. I locked it, and I called the sheriff right away. He started beating on my glass and pounding the out of my doors. So I pepper sprayed him, calm him down, get him to stop. He did for about 20 minutes, but then he got crazy again. He was having communication with her 100%. Bring me water. And she was getting in my face, coming up onto the sidewalk, asked, what's going on? What's going on? She knows exactly what's going on. And I told her, do not come near me or I'll mace you. And she didn't. And that was good. But then when I walked around to get her license plate, a picture of it, she started getting in my face and being weird. I said, don't get in my face. And I started backing off, and she sprayed me. I didn't do anything to her. And as soon as she sprayed me, I sprayed her back. The stuff that
So he busted this window right here?
Busted it.
Okay.
And he went into the store,
And
went out the back door,
And the
and then
customer just
ran
said they
that
saw him
way.
at the laundry, that he is definitely at the laundry. And
The laundry box.
Whoa. Whoa. Madam, ma'am, sir, you just scared me. I did not expect you to sound like that. Oh my God. My apologies. But if you shut the doors on him and you had the cage locked, why would he try to come back? Or are you saying you locked the cage and then you shut the door behind him? There's not enough room for him to stand with the cage and the lock or the gate, the cage and the door. It's not enough room for him to stand right there. So was he out the store and tried to come back in? I'm confused. I'm literally
Got a
confused.
car wash over here?
And I'm not trying to be funny or anything. She's lying. I
Yeah.
watched that man get out of the car, and I watched her
Well,
spray
we
him
could do
first.
that. Well, she said she picked him up down the street
No, she
for a
didn't.
ride.
No, she didn't. He was all.
They're together.
I can't breathe. Her name is Angela.
How long ago did they say they saw him down at the car wash?
The lady right there that's getting in the car talking to the officer. They just told me. He just pulled up,
He had,
and he's at
and
the
he
laundry.
went out the doors with it, and that's when I locked it in
246,
behind.
384. And then can you confirm what he was wearing?
He was wearing dark blue jeans. He had an icicle baseball shirt with the number 15 on it.
He's
Which we got the
he's
shirt.
got no shirt now.
Yeah, and he's got a black white
Because
beater
he
on.
took it off.
On his his back, he's got large.
Did he hit anybody or threaten anybody?
No. He's got tattoos on his face, down his neck, and all across his entire back.
I got a picture of him if you want to look.
Payless.
And you'll see him break the window here too. That's me out front.
So he is shirtless. He didn't have a shirt
He
on.
is stuck.
He had a shirt on. He was shirtless. That's right. So
Okay.
Okay, so he is stuck between the gate and the door. Hey, Dollar General, y'all trying to catch y'all criminals. This could have went so bad. So bad. Like, I get it. You gotta do your job. But at the end of the day, people, the goal is to make it back home to your kids or your wife, your husband, your family. Dollar General, I promise you, the owner of Dollar General don't care nothing about you. They can hire a new one of you today or tomorrow. You can be replaced. And you might want to do the right thing, and you might want to stop somebody from stealing, and that might be our store protocol is to lock the door if you see somebody stealing, but that is dangerous. That's dangerous. Whatever they taking, dog, the store got insurance. It will be covered. Your life will not be covered. You don't get another one of those. You do not get another one of those. The reason why I'm saying this is because you locked the gate on this man. Now it's him and this door. That's the only thing that's like, this door is literally the only thing that's stopping him from getting to y'all. If he had a weapon, you know how bad that could get. He could bust his door. If he got a gun, he's shooting through the door and he can kill all y'all. Because y'all want to lock him into the store to protect the little goods that Dollar General makes so much money, and I get it. It's a dollar store, but they make a lot of money. The employees might not make a lot of money, but the store is generating a lot of revenue. Don't risk your life over that. I don't know if I'm speaking for myself, but I'm pretty sure it's a lot of people out there that feel the same way as me.
I didn't see the black wife either that she was saying, but he took the shirt off because he was burning.
Okay.
See, here she comes. Gives him the water.
What did he break it with?
His foot.
Oh, he kicked it.
Mm-hmm. Here he goes. There he is. Yeah. What color?
Okay. Do you have an ID on you?
Yeah.
Okay. There you go. And would you be able to fill out a statement for me?
Sure.
Go. I'll be right back. If that's where the pepper spray happened, the only way I think she could have gotten it on her kid is if she touched him after
Got it
that.
from her, yeah, because I was directly behind the car
Right.
when I sprayed mine.
Despite the woman's claims, footage shows she was sprayed away from her vehicle. If anything, she harmed her kids by touching them after getting sprayed.
Let me go talk to my sergeant real quick.
If that window was not closed, he would have got my baby.
So is this child under
Yes.
6 months old? And I just arrived. You guys were
Yeah, because I had given a gentleman a ride. I didn't know
Did
what
you know the gentleman?
No, I didn't know what this gentleman was doing, okay? He comes out, he's yelling, I had money to pay for my stuff, I had money to pay for my stuff. This guy is locking the door and stuff, and I'm like, you come any closer to my car, I'm gonna spray you with my pepper spray. I warned him.
You said that to him?
Yes, I warned him once. So he's coming this way. My son, he has autism, so he's jumping around
Little
and
red one?
trying to get out of the car seat and stuff, you know. So I'm trying to get to the door, and mind me, this guy has his pepper spray out, spraying me, and I'm blocking my son, and he gets my son in the eye.
This little one?
Yes. Now I had to clean and wash it out.
Man, it might be the middle of the summertime. I ain't body shaming. I don't want to go that route. I don't want to fight that war with y'all. I'm just going to say, cover up a little bit. Cover up a little bit, because people going to be looking at your booty. People going to be looking at your booty, so cover up. I ain't body shaming, so I don't want to hear nothing. We love them all. I'm just saying, you might want to cover up your booty before you leave the house.
I washed it out, and mind me, he's getting my license plate down, and he's like, oh, you know this gentleman? And I'm like, I don't even know him. I picked him up down the road, and I brought him this way. And if I wasn't covering the door and him in the front of the door, he would have sprayed inside the car on my 4-month-old.
Can I get your ID and then their names?
No, sit down in the car.
And then Angelica, while we're waiting, can I just clarify some things with you?
Uh-huh.
So from what you told me, you picked up this individual, you don't know who he is, down the road somewhere.
Yeah.
Where would you say down the road?
So I went down by the car wash.
So you picked him up at the car wash? Did he ask you to come here or did you come here?
No, I came here.
So you came here, he goes inside, you're staying in the car with the babies.
Yeah, I stayed in the car with the babies.
You hear something happening at the front of the store, you get out to go check, the manager's yelling at the other individual.
Yeah, and
did you pull your mace out at that time or did the other guy?
No, he
You
did.
should be on a
He
pedal
did
bike.
not at me.
Okay.
Pedal bike
So-
He said, if you come any closer, I'm gonna spray you. I said, well, what's going on? At that point, I'm like, well, what's going on, you know?
And you were by.
And I was right here by the post because he was already going to try spraying me.
What is it that made you pick up this individual?
I don't know. I mean, usually I talk to a lot of people around everywhere, you know. So when I stopped, I just asked if he needed a ride, and he was like, yeah, can I get a ride? I was like, okay, well, I'm gonna go down to the dollar store. I said, I got to get some things.
Did he have anything on him? Like,
So you just picked this random man up. Let me get this right. You picked this random man up and then you ask him if he need a ride. Instead of you taking to him where he needs to go, you decide to say, let's go to Dollar General because you're going to Dollar General. So you decide to take him with you to Dollar General. But when you go to Dollar General, you don't get out the store. I mean, you don't get out the car. He gets out the car. But I thought this was your trip. This ain't adding up.
knives, anything like
Nothing. He just had, I believe he was wearing just a white t-shirt,
that?
and
Did
that was
he
it.
make any statements to you besides he was just going to get down?
No. He just said, I got to get down and get a few things. He goes, let me get down first, and then you can go ahead and go in. He goes, I was like, okay, you know, because I have my kids in the car.
Sorry.
So
Yeah, don't worry
I was like, well, go ahead and get down first, and then I'll get down. Well, he was kind of taking for a while. So I sat there, and I was
How
like,
long is a while?
whatever. That's when he was screaming to the man. So I was like, that's when I got out, and I'm like, well, what's going on? I have water in the car, and he's like, can you give me a water? I can't breathe. And I'm like, okay. So I got the water, and I threw the water at him like that because he was already like
Who? Sorry, the
the
child?
guy.
The guy you picked up?
Yeah, he was already like
He got sprayed with mace too?
oh yeah, that guy, he sprayed him, and he's like, I'm not letting you go. And I'm like, well, what's going on? He's like, what do you think's going on? I was like, I don't know. That's why I'm asking. He's like, well, he's stealing. I was like, I didn't know he was going to come in here and steal. He goes, you're lying. You were with him. I was like,
So I'll be honest right now, I'm not too concerned about that aspect. My partner is investigating that aspect, and what you're telling me matches what the witness told me. My concern right now is why did you let an unknown male into your car when you had a 6-month-old and a 3-year-old in the
Facts.
car?
I get your license order.
I think you guys have it. Yeah, and that's when I pulled this out.
That's
This
your
is-
mace?
Yeah, it's a domestic violence thing I do.
Oh, no, pull it out because I don't want to
Oh,
spray you
no,
or
yeah,
anything.
no, oh yeah, I'm so sorry.
No.
Yeah, no.
Is it something you normally do is pick up strangers?
Sometimes, yeah. Sometimes when I see them or whatever, and I see it's a hot day, like I'll pick them up or whatever. My dad always tells me not to be doing that, unfortunately, because it could be dangerous, especially with people out here. But I learned the hard way, I guess, because look what I just got myself into, and like,
Girl, don't nobody believe that story. Officer, don't even engage in that BS. If she is picking up random guys, it's because she working. That could be the only reason she picking up random guys, because she working. And y'all know what I mean by that.
That's why I'm asking you that.
that pepper spray is no joke, you know what I mean? And then I had my kids with me at that. If I would have known something like that was going to happen, I definitely would not have my kids with me. Because I'm a teacher. I teach preschool. I teach kids that have disabilities and stuff. So I work with children that have disabilities. My son has a disability, and my other child has a disability as well.
It does happen quite often that you pick up strangers
Yeah.
just to get them out of the heat, that sort of thing.
Mainly children.
Nothing about
mainly,
him that you saw concerning, you just wanted to help him out.
No. Mainly,
How often would you say you do that?
I mainly only do it for children and females when I see them walking. I would say I do it about 6 times a week,
6 times?
Because I do work for Lyft too, so it's like...
Yeah, you working for Lyft, huh?
No, not in this car. I have another car that I work for Lyft. This is a loaner from the dealership.
Okay, so here's the deal. I need to talk to my supervisor for a second. Based on what you're telling me, I am going to go ahead and just detain you for right now.
Yeah.
And put you in the back of my car. You're not under arrest at this time. I just need to talk to him and possibly call a few detectives, and they might want to speak to you, okay?
Nah, shorty, you under arrest. Believe that if you want to.
Witness says she sprayed the the employee first, and then he sprayed her. She's saying, okay, I was gonna say she's saying the employee sprayed her first, and she went to protect her child and got sprayed. But none of what she said makes sense with what the witness said or where she got sprayed.
Right.
So
yeah, they have the footage of that little interaction. So pretty much, the manager came over here to get her license plate. She got pissed off. As soon as he got behind the car, she reached out and sprayed him. And then after he got sprayed, he sprayed her right back. And she like kind of ran off to the side of the road.
Okay, your name's Angelica, right?
Yes.
Okay. Need you to pay attention, okay? Okay, so you have the right to remain silent or make any statement. Do you understand your rights as I've explained it to you? Okay, so, quick question.
Maybe.
Okay, who was in the car with you?
I don't know.
You don't know who he is. Because from what we're being told, I guess let me just ask you this, okay? So, you would be willing to pick up a complete and total stranger with your kids in the car?
Yeah, I pick him up all the time, even like, because I live right there in the war zone, you know, I live
So
right there
you know
in that side of town. I pick up women and children too. I pick up older men. I pick up anybody.
Okay, so do you understand how that can be a danger to you and your
Yes,
children?
I told the
Lock
officer
up.
that I understand, like, that's dangerous, you know, and can lead to things that, like this.
Okay, so you have absolutely no idea who this guy is. No name, no nothing. Okay, well, you're going to have to sit tight because next we're going to be getting a hold of the crimes against children unit. Okay?
Yup. See? You love this nigga so much, you willing to lose your kids. I guarantee you that's not the kid's father. I know it's not the kid's father. I mean, you are claiming that he's, you know, a stranger. So it's crazy. You willing to lose your kids, put your kids' life in jeopardy over a stranger. Don't tell me he just got in the car and you didn't ask for his name. Come on, shorty. You're lying.
Please, no.
Don't cry
So
now.
we gotta identify who this guy is. So
I don't know. Please don't take
hang up.
Yeah, shut the door.
I
Now you
want my
care.
kids. You guys can't arrest me on child abuse. There's no child abuse involved. There was no child abuse involved. I want my kids. I need to call my parents. You guys are doing this all wrong. You guys are doing this wrong. Oh, my kids. My baby.
Alright, Angelica, we're gonna head inside for right now. I know you have a bracelet on your wrist and you have some piercings. Do you have any other jewelry on you?
I need my phone to call my parents.
What do you want to tell your parents?
I need them to get my kids.
So they're not gonna be able to get their kids.
Yes, they are.
How you gonna tell her?
I need to call them to get my kids.
She said they not getting it.
I need to call them to get my kids.
Then go ahead and just stand right here.
I need to call them to get my kids.
Spread your feet as wide as you can.
I need to call them to get my kids.
Do you have anything on you that's gonna
No, I
stab
don't.
you or stab you?
No, I don't. I need to call my parents to get my kids. You guys are not putting them in the system.
Too
I
late.
need to call my dad. Like right now.
What's your dad's name?
My dad's name is David. I need to call him.
What about your mom's name? Stay facing that way.
I don't associate with my mom.
Okay, so just your dad?
I need to talk to my dad now. I need to talk to my parents. I need them to go get my kids wherever you guys took them.
Like they said, they're still with the other detective. Right?
Well, I need them to go pick them up. I need them to go get my kids in my car.
You don't have anything in your
No,
bra, do you?
I don't.
Okay, go ahead and lean forward. Just the top part. I'm gonna shake out your bra. I'm gonna take off the bracelet. Do your rings come off? No.
I need to call my parents now.
Rings come off. Stop
Because you
lying.
guys are gonna put them in the system. I need to call my parents.
I'm gonna put a different pair of handcuffs on, okay?
I need to call my parents. I need to call my dad. I need to call them right now. I need to call my parents. I need to call my parents right now to get my kids. I need to call them now.
Shut
Are they
up.
the only kids that you have?
No, I have my other ones. My parents have them.
They're with your parents?
Yes, I need to call my parents. I need to call my parents.
You can go ahead and take a seat.
No, I need to call my parents.
I hear that you want to call your
I
parents,
need to call them to get my kids.
but I told you what's happening.
I need to call them to get my kids. I need to call my parents. I need to call my parents to get my kids. They need my mom.
Like, at this point, do you feel sorry for her? I don't. I don't feel sorry. I feel sorry for the kids because now the kids definitely about to be in the system. Unless these police like do her a favor and let her call her pops, which I don't see that happening. But they might. Just, because they might believe her story just a smidge. Other than that, them kids about to be in the system, and that's messed up because, shorty, you willing to do all of this over a man who not even knows he is father. I know it's not. Stupid. I know the camera not finna just stay here. We finna listen to her.
Hey, Angelica, CYFD is here. They want to ask you a few questions, okay? Okay, go. If you're going to talk to them, I need you to sit on the bench and stay seated. Don't get up or bother them, okay? Just talk to them.
Hi. My name is Kim. This is Dana. We're here because we received a report. You want to take one? Okay. So the allegations that we have are for other neglect, the alleged purpose yourself, and then so that's my report. So what happened today?
Yeah, I picked up an unknown man and I took him to the Dollar General and he went into the Dollar General first and I didn't know that he was really still. He comes out of the Dollar General saying, I paid for all this stuff. Well, he didn't say stuff. But he said, I paid for all this. I have money to pay for all this stuff. So I got out of the car and I said, what happened? And then the altercation was between me and the employee. He started threatening me with pepper spray and stuff like that.
And what was the reason that you picked up unknown man?
I mean, I always do it.
That's not a good answer. You still saying that? Stupid.
And you're not afraid of your safety or your children's safety?
Yeah, I am now. I realize there's a lot of the times I only do it for children and kids that are watching.
Okay.
I rarely do it for males that.
Okay. And so how many times a week would you say you pick up from people?
Women and children about 6 times a week. Males, it's rare.
Okay.
It's rare. Here and there when I pick up every once in a while.
Where did you pick one by?
Right. It's rare. I don't know.
Do you know the streets?
I don't know the streets, but down the road.
You didn't know his name or anything?
He didn't provide you with a name, a phone number, or anything?
No, I didn't ask for it.
So what happened? Sorry to interrupt you.
I just picked him up and I took him
And then you
down
went to
there.
the general rep, and then what else happened?
He got down first and we went in there, stayed in there for 10 minutes. He came out, was trying to walk out of the store. The man had locked the door, and I didn't know what was going on. They were yelling at each other because he came around from the other side of the store. So I thought it was somebody random. He's wearing all black. You couldn't really tell if he was a worker or not. He wasn't even wearing worker clothes or anything. So he comes around, and there's an altercation between them, and I get out of the car and I'm like, well, what's going on, And he's like, well, what do you think's going on? And I'm like, I don't know. And he's like, well, he's stealing. And I was like, how was I supposed to know he was stealing? I didn't know that,
And what about with the pepper spray?
He got close to my car. I felt threatened. My kids were in the car.
Wow.
What was I supposed to do then? I'm never going to go with you guys. Like, I'm a teacher. I teach at school. So this child abuse charge is not right.
You do have 2 prior cases with us.
No, I don't. I've never had CYSD.
The last report was closed on March 1st of 2023, and it was for a narcotic shelter. And then
we were homeless.
Okay, and then we had another one back in 2019.
I don't know what that was for. I don't remember that.
You said you're a teacher. What school?
I teach at La Petite.
Okay.
I've been a teacher for over 5 years.
Okay.
Like, I have my own house. I have my own place. I have my own car.
What is your address? Where you live?
My address is apartment C.
Okay.
You're gonna stand on those yellow boxes? face the desk.
Take them
I'll do my
kids.
size, but they'll do theirs. Okay. Same thing as before. Back of my hand's gonna come down in the cross. Okay. And then I have put her little paper in one of these pockets. Phone number? Yeah, it's just phone numbers. And it's in this one, so I'm just gonna read it. Same thing. Back of my hand's gonna come down in the cross.
What happened to your foot?
I tore my shoulder in my foot. There's a lot of fun.
Whatever jewelry you have on that comes up,
Angelica Esquivel was charged with child abuse and battery.